Pardon me. Camera. Wait till I cut the camera on after y'all. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are once again watching Astroteric TV. I will be your one and only host, the Astro Guru. And it would not be Astroteric TV without the gra. Now, I was about to be asleep when my mind just trailed off into sympathy, empathy, and apathy. And I was like, you know what? I think that's a good one to bring to the table. To the table of discussion. You feel me? To the Todd. That's what we're going to call it now, the Todd. The table of discussion. So, or the topic of discussion, the Todd. But I was like, all right, let me break this down. Because tomorrow I'm going to do biology, sociology, and psychology. But as of right now, we're doing sympathy, empathy, and apathy. So now, here we are. Start with sympathy, since I don't like that one. Sheesh. All right. Now, sympathy is when you go through something. A poor situation or circumstance, a negative one. One that you do not enjoy. I like to give examples. So let's just say your dog died. Okay, we'll use that. Now, let's say you had this dog for 10 years. You grew up with this dog. When you used to come home from elementary school, that dog was there. You was 5, 6 years old. Now here you are 16. He's been a brother to you for 10 years. When you had nobody, you had that dog. You could, talk to him, pet him, let him lay in the bed with you, wash him, feed him, walk him, train him, and y'all had the best of times. So, when the dog dies, it hits you like a ton of bricks. You can't get out the bed. You go to the bathroom, you eat, right back in the bed. You crying. You in the house watching All Dogs Go to Heaven, and Lassie, and Cujo, and everybody else can see that you're grieving and you're going through it. So, some people will have sympathy for you. I don't like sympathy because sympathy is really not for masculine men. Not saying I'm the most masculine of men, but sympathy is just not, you can have it as a man, but you want to give sympathy to a female. So I don't like sympathy personally because people can manipulate you with it. Some people go looking for it. Like, it's one of the weakest of the putties. You feel me? Sympathy, empathy, apathy. It's the most simplest of the putties. So you got sympathy. Now, sympathy is when someone comes in that room and they say, hey, man, I know your dog died, or they say, oh, what's going on? What's wrong with you? It's not even got to your dog died. They don't even know your dog died yet. They come in and they say, hey, man, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you in a couple of days. And you tell them, man, my dog Max died, man. Didn't you see when you came in? Max didn't. You're like, oh, I thought he was in your mom's room or something. I'm sorry. You're like, man, I really feel bad that Max died. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. If my dog died, I'd probably be in here just like you. That's sympathy. They don't actually feel what you're going through, but they can imagine what you're going through. Understand? So sympathy comes from more of a mind state where I don't like sympathy because people will say what they think is correct in a time. So when people say stuff like, oh, I'll keep him in my prayers. No, you're not. You probably don't even pray truthfully. Now, if you do, thank you, and I appreciate that. But don't go mixing my dead people into your prayers and things like that. I don't even know what you pray to. I don't even know who you pray to. Like I said, if you even pray. So people just, they say what they think you need to hear or want to hear. They're not really invested in you. They're not really paying attention. So, you say you're hungry and they go like, well, I hope you get some food. Like, sympathy. But yeah, sympathy is where the person can imagine being in your shoes. They're not going to feel how you feel about the situation, but they understand why you feel the way you feel, and they also understand how you're feeling. They just may have never felt it. They may have never experienced it. So we move over. This is the one I like the most. Empathy. Empathy, well, the only way you can really have empathy is you have to have gone through the situation that person has gone through. So we'll take it back to the same exact example. But you have to have gone through what that person is going through. Meaning, we did the understand, overstand, understand. So you overstand the situation, but you overstand it mentally, but you understand it. Empathy is the heart. You're using the heart for that one. Shout out to all my Heyokas, my star seeds, my chosen ones, indigo children, golden children. If I'm sure I'm forgetting some people right about now. I apologize if I forgot you, but we get deep. But yeah. So empathy comes from the heart. So back to the example. You're laying in the bed. Max died. Max, the dog you had for 10 years. Person comes in the room and they like, hey man, what's going on, bro? Like, I ain't seen you in a couple of days. Like, you gonna come out this room? And you like, Max died, man. They're like, what? Max died? And then they start crying too. That's empathy. They actually felt exactly what you're feeling. Like how it hit you like a ton of bricks. It hit them the same way. If you ever notice, that's kind of how the tears take place when we have loved ones that die. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to my grandmother. Like, one person starts the tears, but somebody else got to keep the family strong, or they got to try to be strong for everybody else, try to cheer everybody else up so they can't grieve correctly. That was me. But anyway, we're not talking about that. Well, everybody grieves how they grieve. That's just a position that I chose to kind of take, only because, I got the foresight, insight, hindsight. It's hard to surprise somebody when they expect everything. Like, they expect everything. I just don't anticipate the good stuff, but I expect everything. I analyze every situation and option that I could possibly have. And then my mind, it just expects the worst because that's what I had come accustomed to at a point. But now I'm starting to, expect the best, and I'm anticipating it as well. But back to that. Empathy. Empathy is, like I said, when the person actually can feel exactly what you felt or how you feel in the situation. That Ja Rule and Lil Mo song, when I cry, you cry, we cry together. Well, the OJ's first, but So now we move on to apathy. Now, apathy, you can either say it's coming from the soul, or you could say that it's coming from, the mind and the heart together. But apathy, I don't know if y'all can guess this one or not. Sympathy is when they haven't been through that same experience, but they can imagine it and they feel for you. Empathy is when they've been through that experience and they feel just like you. Apathy is when they feel nothing for you. Apathy is, yo man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I love that girl. What you telling me for? You better get over that. Like, that's apathy. Now, it has its pros and cons, obviously, like everything else. But we misuse apathy because when we're apathetic to situations, we're not often apathetic to the ones that we need to be apathetic towards. So, if you're an alcoholic and you've been drinking liquor since you were 17, 18, that's probably when you started. But now here you are, 30 years old. And every time I come around, I'm buying liquor for you, I'm enabling. But now check it. This is how you get apathy. When this person is like, yo, man, I feel like drinking. And you say, when don't you feel like drinking? That's apathy. Because now what you're trying to do is you're trying to use the conviction in your voice, the words from your diaphragm, from your soul, to knock some sense into this person's head that they've been going in the wrong direction for maybe just a little too long. At first, it was okay. It was, temporary thing. Or, it was a mood. Then it became their temperament. Then it became their personality. Nobody's born addicted to anything. You understand that? No one is born addicted to anything. So, anytime you feel addicted to something, this is how you can prevent yourself from going to rehab or anything like that, if you're mentally strong enough and your willpower is there. A lot of people do need rehab and things like that. But you think to yourself, how can this substance, liquid, person, how can any of these things have this much of a hold on me when there was a time I was happy and I didn't even do that? You understand? Like, I didn't even do that. Like, even when we go through heartbreaks, sometimes we feel like this person is like the only person in the world because we've been trying so hard and trying so hard and trying so hard. And then the person is like, get back, you crazy, stop calling my phone. Yes, you are crazy, stop calling that phone. Like, what you are doing, for one, is being a nuisance, annoying, codependent, nagging. Like, you need to get it together. It's just like you crying and trying to tell the story. Can't nobody understand you. Take a deep breath. Take a chill pill. It's all right. Desperation isn't attractive on anyone. Now, and I understand you in your head might just be trying to get your point across. But that person is going to come across apathetic to show you to stop. Because they don't want to show sympathy, because say you like me and I don't like you. I want to be like, yeah, I think you can get him one day. Like, I'm the person that you're trying to get that you're not going to get. Empathy is, man, look, you might want to deal with that rejection. I've been rejected before. It's all right. Feel me? Or go ahead, piece yourself together in a better way and approach it again. Like, if that's what you want, approach it again. Like, you ain't just fill out that application for that job one time. You filled it out. They didn't call. Next year, you filled it out again. They called. There you go. And then apathy is where you just shut it down. Just boop, boop. Like, sometimes what I like to do, because I don't like to lie, although I am a very nice, respectful, and caring person, I don't like to lie at all, period. So say you tell me I'm cute, but I don't think you're cute. I'm not going to hit you with the too bad I can't say you're cute. Like, I'm not going to hit you with the too bad I can't say the same. No, I'm not going to do that to you. You might say, oh, you cute. I'm going to say, oh, thank you. I'm going to leave it alone. See, a lot of people do that fishing for a compliment back. No. No. Why am I giving you a compliment when that's not what came to my brain? That wasn't my idea to give you a compliment. I'm what you like. You not what I like. Like, but, I mean, we be tripping sometimes. We really do be tripping sometimes. But it's also, we not tripping. We're learning. Like, that's all we're doing. We're learning. We're understanding how different people have different effects on us and how we have different effects on different people. Whether that be our words, whether that be our actions. I mean, of course, it's going to be our words and our actions. But just, how we use the words that we use. Like, he could cook, but she just might like the fact that he played R&B music and drunk wine when he was cooking, and he might have cooked butt naked. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, everybody's got different things that they like, so. But variety is the spice of life, which is almost pretty much why, as monogamous as we like to be, the monogamy is it's like time periods. It's like, at this time of my life, I was with this person because that was what I needed. When I was 20, I didn't need the same things that I need now. So the person that I was with at 20 is totally different from the person I'm with now. Like, and even if they're not totally different, we're highlighting different aspects of the relationship. You understand? Like, yeah, it's beautiful. But sympathy, empathy, apathy. And for those who want to know, I'm single as a Pringle. Feel me? Bells jingle and ready to mingle. Like, yeah, but I'm just single. I'm just single. I don't even do relationships right about now. I handle relationships almost like business transactions. First off, I gotta accept the proposal. You gotta come with the proposal. You gotta fill out the application because I'm not shooting my shot at nobody. You gotta let me know that I'm what you want, and then I'll see if I can accommodate you, depending on who you are and what the situation is. Cause I also got a life to live. Like, I got a purpose. So we gotta factor all of that in. And sometimes people don't want to deal with that. I'm not rich. I don't got no Bugatti, no Wraith, no mansion. I'm not making $100,000 on YouTube. I'm not flying nobody out. I'm just a regular guy, and I'm gonna remain that way. As long as y'all see me, I'm just gonna keep telling y'all that I'm a regular guy. That's what I am, a regular guy. Whatever that means to you, I'm just a regular guy. You see me on the street, walk past. You say hey, I'm gonna say hey, like regular people. Till next time.